Hello. Who's ready for the last round of this chilling adventure? Are we comfortable? Here's a promise it won't last. So let's begin, shall we? Hanna gets into her car, she shuts the door, and she starts her engine. The car pulls into traffic and races off at top speed. In her car, she makes a call to Daniel Harrison. Harrison is Hanna's former right-hand man. A comrade, if you please. A rather lovely chap until he switched sides and kidnapped Zoe. Oh, where did it all go wrong, I wonder?
Where's George holding Zoe?
I don't know.
Daniel, I need your location.
He's taking her to some abandoned house near Southwick. Pretty dark here, so I'm not quite sure.
What's he planning to do with Zoe?
George hasn't told us yet. He's keeping his cards close to his chest. Just know, whatever it isn't good.
You think? Is there a way for you to get me your exact location?
I can, but I have 2 kids, and guess what?
What?
I'd rather not die. Not for this cause, anyway.
I won't hurt you, I promise.
You've made promises like that before to our dearly departed chums, and what happened, Hanna? You said oops, and they disappeared into dust.
It'll be different this time. I promise. Please, I really need to find her. I love Zoe so much, please.
Look, there's no point coming here. George has this place surrounded. You'd need an army to get in here.
Well, you're a logistic expert. Where might one find one of those men?
I'm not helping you, Hanna.
How about we play this rather delightful game instead?
We can. What's it called?
It's called, How Would You Like to Go to the Mortuary to See Your Dead Wife and Kids? I need a name and address for those men.
Daniel thinks for a second.
I haven't got the time for you to question my actions. I've killed before, and I'll do it again if I have to. I'm not a person to mess with.
Yeah, you really know how to twist someone's balls, don't you?
Well, I'm a woman. We're experts at that. Start speaking.
Aren't you gonna ask how Zoe is?
How is she?
She's comfortable but quiet. No one's touching. Been bringing her cups of tea. She sits on the comfortable cushion, and believe it or not, our men actually feel guilty about this.
Can you promise me no harm will come to her?
I'd like to, but I'm not in control of the situation.
Can you give her a message for me?
George is watching her every step. He has a camera trained on her. I can't.
What's your plan, Hanna? I want to help you, but we need a concrete, foolproof plan before I do that.
All you need to know is that I'm coming for Zoe. I won't rest until I have Zoe back in my safe arms. Now, would you mind revealing to me the names of those men who can help me?
Hanna, he's not messing around. If George knows there's even a hint of you coming after Zoe, George will kill Zoe. So play this smart, or say goodbye to her.
Hanna sighs. She knows he's right.
Do you have any suggestions on how I can smartly outmaneuver George?
Have you ever heard of the gang called Virus Verse?
No. Who are they? And that name is more stupid than the one my brother uses. He calls himself the Chadwicker.
Okay. Am I meant to find that funny?
Just tell me more about the Virus Verse.
They're an ex-U.S. Special Force. They did jobs that got them thrown out of Afghanistan back in the day. They're the most dangerous men in the city. Even George is scared of them. No one crosses them or pisses them off. You do that, and I'll start making funeral arrangements.
Lovely. Anything else I should know?
You're in danger, Hanna. If you go to them, I hope you know that. This option has to be the last in your arsenal.
So, what makes you think I'll convince them to help me?
George crossed them and killed one of their men. The Virus Verse has been looking for a name that ordered the killing. They've already hanged the bastard who murdered the man. They just need George's name. I'm sending you a video of George ordering his men to kill the Virus Verse guy.
And once they see this, they'll what?
Well, they'll want to help you. I'm sure of it.
Okay, send me the video.
Daniel sends Hanna the file.
It's sent, along with the address of where you'll find the Virus Verse gang. Good luck. You'll need it.
Thanks. I won't.
Listen, before you go, I heard a strange rumor that George might be...
The phone dies. Hanna hung up before she could hear the last sentence. Now back to where we left off in the last episode of your anti-hero. Hello, folks. Did you miss me? Oh, I bet you're wondering. Did I die? Did Imogen kill me? Well, here's what actually happened before you get your hopes up.
Do you know what today is, dear brother?
Your birthday.
No, the day I take your life away.
Imogen points a gun and cocks it.
Oh my god, you think I'm actually being serious?
No, I'm not. Can you blame me? You have a gun and I killed your husband.
Yeah, you did, and I never got to thank you for that.
You came after me once. You found out he died.
I was in shock, but I got over it.
You haven't invited me to your birthday party today.
I thought you'd be busy with the whole George drama.
A bird flies in the room.
Fuck! What is that?
Imogen shoots a gun at the bird. She misses and the bird disappears. You and your fear of birds.
It's a real fear. I'm allergic to them.
More like scared of them. Your fear diary, soy, nuts if you're allergic to them. Not birds. They can't kill you, Imogen.
So the millions of people who died because of shock at seeing birds, they've what? Not been killed by them? No, I thought so. Keep it shut.
I laugh. I've missed my sister. So what exactly are you waiting for? I have no weapons. You're holding a gun. Why aren't I dead yet? Are you scared of the toe murder could have you on your conscience?
I don't want to kill you. I'm not here for that.
You're always the one with a heart. Both you and Hanna were, if I remember correctly. What happened to you two?
The little act of finding your mother dead on your front door, that's what happened to me.
So why did you kill my informant, Imogen?
He was trying to bring down someone I care about.
Oh, and who is that, dear sister?
Our father. Yeah, George Henry is our father, Chad. I'll let that sink in until you put your tongue back in your mouth.
I stare at her for a second. I'm confused. What's the game here? There's no logical reason why Imogen would say that unless it were true. Maybe George is lying to her to get to kill me. Let's dig a little deeper and find the absolute truth. That scum isn't my father. He has nothing to do with me.
You have his eyes.
He's not my father, Imogen. My dad is David Madison.
Yeah, and George used David Madison as his alias when he worked for Henshaw. Do you not remember Mommy Dearest working for them? Guess who her assistant was? Guess who Mommy was fucking in her office every chance she got? George Henry, brother G.H. It's time to face up to this twisted reality.
He's been trying to get us to kill you. He has a game for Hanna and me to come after you? That man cannot possibly be your father. He has no heart for that.
Yeah, like I believe that. You're only saying that because you're shocked.
I'm not, Imogen. Look me in the eye and know that I mean that. He's been playing us all this time.
Then he's doing a stellar job of grooming you to become his successor. Look, he's our father. Let's worship him.
Don't call him that. George Henry is not our father.
Deny it all you like, but I have a copy of a DNA test results that beg to differ. Want to see it, brother? I know you do.
Stop this. I won't play your game anymore.
He's been training you to take over from him, Chad.
Why me? And why now?
He's dying. He has a tumor in his lungs, and George wants his legacy to live on through you.
Later, Hanna walks into a bar full of men. The men stop speaking to look at her. There are warning signs everywhere she does. Was there something wrong here and Hanna's dead? Hanna starts walking towards the barman.
You're in the wrong place, lady.
You looking for a death wish?
A man stops in front of Hanna. He has a scar across his face and 3 cigarette burns on his neck.
Turn around and go back to where you came, or I kill you.
Hanna smiles at the man. He tries to grab Hanna's wrist, but Hanna twists and flips the man over.
Well, she's feisty, I'll give her that.
Gentlemen, I'm looking for your fearless leader. He knows I'm coming.
Everyone in the room takes out the pistol, pointing it at Hanna. Hanna smiles again.
Gentlemen, I'm unarmed, and I come offering gifts of revenge.
The men keep their gun trained on her. A man approaches from the back. This is Gunderson Hendrix, ex-special forces in both Iraq and Afghanistan. A leader of this little social group, if you wish to call them that.
You have guts. I'll give you that.
Gunderson nods to tell his men he can handle Hanna. Gunderson's men lower their guns and go back to speaking to their respective comrades.
I have something you want to hear.
Unless it's you're my long-lost sister, I doubt it. You have 10 seconds to exit before I kill you myself.
I know what happened to Carlos Morgan.
The men around the bar stop talking. They each pull out their pistols and aim them at Hanna again.
You really do have a death wish, don't you?
Gunderson laughs. He gestures for Hanna to follow him to the back. She follows him, and Gunderson's men watch her like a hawk.
So, what do you know? It better be good.
I have a recording of George Henry ordering the killing of Carlos.
Gunderson stops walking to watch her closely.
If you're playing me,
I'm not. I have the recording. It's been triple-checked, and it's George.
Gunderson opens his office door.
Well, then step into my office. We have some business to do.
Hanna follows Gunderson into his office. She sits down on a chair. Gunderson watches her.
Would you mind?
Hanna takes out her phone and plays the recording.
He's putting his nose where it doesn't belong. I want him taken care of immediately. That's an order, gentlemen.
Sir, with all due respect, Carlos works for the Virus First Men. You go after Carlos and it's warfare. We're all dead men walking. It's not worth the
gunfire! The man is shot dead and his body falls to the ground.
Get me someone competent who's capable of taking orders, and have this Carlos Morgan in a morgue before sundown.
Hanna stops the recording.
What do you want in return for this service?
I want you and your men to rescue my wife. George has her. He wants to harm her, and I want her back safely in my arms.
We could do that for you, but we need to gather intel on...
No. I want her rescued now. That's the deal, take it or leave it.
You're not in a position to negotiate. I hold all the cards. Don't play with fire unless you want to be burnt.
Hanna takes out a gun from a back pocket.
There's a back door to this building. How about I shoot you in the head and make my escape?
Gunderson laughs loudly.
I like you. What's your name?
Hanna Madison.
I like the name. It suits you.
Do we have a deal?
I'll need to prepare my men, but just so we're on the same page, George is mine. I get to pull the trigger that kills him. Is that understood?
Yes.
Now let's get to work.
Gunderson walks off. My car pulls up to Imogen's house. She gets out.
I need to kiss them goodnight, and I'll help you find Hanna.
Oh, well, I'll be here. Imogen exits. I get a call from Hanna. Oh, I have news.
Me too. I'm going after George.
That's a death wish, Hanna.
I have help.
From who? Your men work for George.
Not from my men. From the Virusverse.
Virusverse? The city's most dangerous criminal gang?
They won't harm us. We have a deal.
Yeah, well, so did the 100 so men who were killed by them, Hanna.
It's different. I know it.
Where are you, Hanna?
Why?
Are you alone?
Yes. I'm in a car preparing to go after George.
Have you given the men the location to where to find George?
Not yet. Why?
Start your car and race off, Hanna.
I need a reason why I'd do that, Chad.
All right. The VV men don't like to leave witnesses behind. They have no moral code by which they play. If Virusverse is willing to tell you they're going to help you bring down George, then they could just as quickly double-cross you and stab you in the back. You just put yourself and the love of your life in imminent danger. This won't end pretty, Hanna.
So what should I do?
Gunderson knocks on the window. He wants Hanna to open the door. He acts like it's freezing.
Look, Chad, I know what I'm doing. And if I don't, here's the location where I'm going with Gunderson.
Hanna sends me an address and then opens the passenger door for Gunderson.
My men are ready for this. Are you?
Yes.
Great. Lead the way. And, your safety is paramount to us, so don't worry. We'll make sure you have one of our guys next to you throughout this ordeal.
Oh, that's really not necessary.
Gunderson pulls out his gun and cocks it.
Oh, I think it is. Drive.
Later, I stop my engine. I get out of my car and approach the building. It's night. There's danger in the air, as well as death. Look, I'm not seeking to kill my father. I'm simply here to save him, and then later I will question him and find out who killed my mother. He has the answers I want. The question is, did he pull the trigger or just order the killing?
What, you think I forgot about my purpose here?
Did you think we forgot what this podcast series was about? No. From minute one, I told you I'd find the scum who killed my mother.
George, father dearest, well, he was fucking her. As I've just found out, he has been involved in her murder.
Now, it's time for answers. Now it's time for me to become... Dum bum 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 bum! Your anti-hero! I put on my mask as I sucker punch a security guard at the door.
Walk away, dude. You don't know who you're messing with.
I shoot the man's leg. He falls to the ground. He'll live. I enter the building. I walk down the hall. Gunfire from outside. I run. Stop. Walk into the nearest bathroom and close the door. I stay quiet. We're setting up this little play. As promised, we're in the danger zone. Owen Keene is George Henry's right-hand man. He walks past the bathroom door. He sees the man I shot bleeding on the floor. Ooh, that rhymed.
What happened? There's someone here. He's going after the boss.
Owen shoots the door. Attendant dead. Takes out his phone.
Boss, we have a code red. I repeat, code red.
Who?
We don't know.
You have 3 minutes to take him down.
Yes, boss. You two. I want this place in lockdown. No one enters or leaves.
3 men approach Owen.
You, get rid of the body. You two, search this place from top to bottom. You find anyone who doesn't belong, you silence them. Get to work.
The men scatter in various directions. Owen walks past the bathroom. He takes a step and then stops. He walks back towards the bathroom. He opens the door and finds no one there. He shuts the door and is shot in the leg by me. He screams and then I whack him on the head. He's unconscious. I take off Owen's uniform and I put it on. I have his earphone on.
There's no one here so far, boss.
He's gone to the back door. Look there.
2 men run past me. I hide my face under Owen's hat. I walk up the stairs, searching not for George, but Zoe. I caused this trouble and I'll rectify it, even if I die because of it. Oh, we're just warming up, people. Will I kill? Well, that's a silly question. The less stupid question is, who will die? Not me, not Hanna, not Zoe.
Hey, there's no one here, boss. Are you sure he went here? Yes. Keep searching.
Who's that? That's not Owen.
Fuck. George knows it's me. I need to think. No, I haven't got the time to think. I need to act and act quickly.
Chad, is that you? Are you here to kill your father?
I switch off the radio. I search the upstairs room in quick bursts. The first 3 are empty until I get to the last one. I pop my head in and a woman is chained to a radiator. Oh, it's Zoe. She has her mouth taped shut. She has no visible bruises on her face. 1 plus, sure, but there isn't a second. She has Halloween movie victim written on her face. Zoe, it's me. I'm here to rescue you. You're safe. Do you know where the keys are for the handcuffs? She points her head to the side. I look to the side, and a gun is cocked.
Come any closer, and she dies.
Father, you look well for a dead man walking.
So, Imogen told you my news. She's clever, that one.
Yeah, she is. Why did you kidnap her and then release her?
Because Daddy loves his little girl. And, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm dying. I want to spend the time with my firstborn.
And kidnapping her was the right move?
Well, she refused to see me, so I did what I did. As the kids today say now, we've talked. And we're cool.
Why did you lie about having Imogen have a hand in killing my mother, George?
Gunderson Hendrix. That name ring any bells?
No.
Well, it will sooner than you think. Gunderson has a connection with Imogen, a severe link that goes back to when she was married. If you want to search for the person who murdered your mom, I will start with Gunderson.
George groans in pain. He clutches his stomach. You had no hand in her murder?
I loved her. We were a month away from quitting Henshaw and moving to Florida.
George sobs.
I loved her. Please believe me.
Yeah, I do. But why the Hunger Games?
Because I knew you were getting closer to finding out the truth about who I was to you. And I need time to sort out my affairs before you undoubtedly dealt with me. I'd say this moment we're having is worth the trouble we went through. Wouldn't you agree?
George groans in pain again.
Doctors gave me 2 days. I don't think I'll make it past tomorrow.
Oh, well. How would you like to see your grandchildren?
Thank you, but I'm not a good man.
Well, neither am I. And I take them to soccer practice for the love of Christ.
I'm proud of you, son.
Nice to hear that. But would you mind handing me the keys to the handcuffs? George takes out his key and throws it towards me. I take it and release Zoe. She hugs me.
Take care of them.
But there's 20 of them!
Screams as the radio gunfire rings out. Do you have machine guns?
Open that door.
I walk towards a walk-in closet. Ooh, there's a Sumitomo M2 heavy machine gun loaded and waiting for me. I take it and position closer to the window. George, I assume you have a security room?
Yes, I do. It's on this level. Follow me, Zoe.
Zoe follows George out of the room. They walk to a closet door and open it. George leads her upstairs to a security room. That opens and they enter and close the door. Meanwhile, I crack open a window to ready my Sumitomo. Ooh, another rhyme! On the ground, Gunderson and his men scout the location. All right, let's make this quick and easy. I want George's dead body next to me before we're done here. Get to work. A man approaches Gunderson. Sir, the girl's escaped. She hasn't gone far. And anyway, we have all we need from her. Let's begin this assault. Quick fire! 3 of Gunderson's men are gunned down.
Fall back! We've been set up!
We don't fall back, we advance. More quick fire shots.
We'll be dead before we can reach the door!
Don't fall back, that's an order. Gunderson is shot on the shoulder. He groans in pain.
Everyone back in the truck! We'll deal with George later!
You heard him. Gunderson's men fall back. They open the gates and get into their truck and make their escape. The car pulls away. Meanwhile, hiding is Hanna. She comes out of the shadows with her hands raised. She looks up and locks her eyes with Chad. Chad pulls the gun out of the window. Wait, why am I talking in third person? I pull my gun out the window. Oh, jeez. Who am I becoming? Hanna walks into the house and takes the stairs 2 at a time. She reaches the landing.
Zoe, where are you?
A door opens, and Zoe and George walk out. Hanna takes out her gun and shoots George dead, just as I walk out of the bedroom. No!
What?
What have you done, Hanna?
I've killed the man who kidnapped my pregnant wife. He had to die, Chad. It's done.
You killed the man who fathered you, Hanna. George was our father. As that sinks in, Hanna pukes her guts. Time for the epilogue, motherfuckers! I know it's over, but listen to this. Zoe came out of the hospital. There's been no lasting damage on her babies. They're okay. Hanna and Zoe have ended their romantic relationship after the incident between her and George. She's devastated, but she understands Zoe's position. Zoe has, though, allowed Hanna to see their baby's last sonogram. And although they're not on speaking terms, Hanna has promised she'll convince Zoe to take her back. As for what happened to George's body, he's been buried next to our mother. Daniel Harrison, who survived the onslaught by Gunderson's men, has taken over George's operations in conjunction with my wishes. I've been installed boss, leader, chief mischief maker, if you please. I've also taken George's last name. It's no longer Chadwick Madison. It's Chadwick Henry. Hanna has quit all of her evil practices. She now focuses on living a quiet life. Oh, so she says. But it's been an hour since she said that to me, and she's already threatened to kill one of the clowns for scaring our nieces too much. People never learn. As for Imogen, I haven't seen her since I raced off to rescue Zoe the other day. That said, according to her last text, she has news to share with me as we wait for her to appear at her birthday party. Hanna fusses over Imogen's kids. The front door opens and Imogen enters.
Surprise. Not that you didn't plan the fuck out of this party.
Hello, sister. I hear you have a surprise for us.
Yes, I have a new man to introduce you to. He's the man of my dreams, and I want you to be nice to him. Got that? He's sensitive and fragile.
We'll try our best. There's alarm bells. Something doesn't seem quite right here. There's a tall figure lurking in the hallway. He looks familiar. I do not like this picture. Who is here?
Well, don't keep us hanging. What's his name?
The man walks into the living room. He puts on a smile and says, Gunderson Hendrix. Nice to meet you. Gunderson smiles. Fuck. Season 2 of Your Antihero was voiced by
Me, Emerson Peary, and Kaya Waters. It was written by Joao Nasita. Look out for Season 3. It's coming.